Hi everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Cricket. Tonight for supper I'm going to be making meatloaf. My son loves meatloaf and I haven't made one in a very long time. So I just thought I'd bring you along. I think I already have a video on here, but we'll just revisit it again. Usually making stuff like this, I never did measure nothing. I just kind of threw it all in there, so that's kind of what I'll do now. So I've got about 1 pound of ground beef. And to that, I'm going to add 1 egg that I beat up a little bit. Now, in my bowl, you know, I always put my onion and stuff in the food processor. It just chops it up finer. So I didn't have a regular onion, but I had a purple onion. So I put about half a purple onion, half a green bell pepper, and about a clove of garlic. See, if you chop it up like this, then you can kind of hide it in there. And little ones would eat it better. So that looks about right. Just throw all that in there. Now I'm also going to be adding some breadcrumbs. If I didn't have it already in a can, I would take some bread and chop it up in my food processor. Or I've even used crackers before and just mash them up. So just whatever you have on hand. About a half a cup. This is a 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, or you can use ketchup. I'm only going to add not even half of it, about 1/4 of it. And I'm also going to add a pinch of salt, some black pepper, of course some parsley. Just throw that in there. And I also have some Parmesan cheese shreds. I'm just going to throw some of that in there, because I'm going to top it with some more Parmesan cheese. So just chunk that in there. You don't have to add the Parmesan cheese. I'm going to add some of this, what's this here sauce, the Worcestershire sauce. Add some dashes in there. That's actually about a tablespoon. And a little bit of this very mild hot sauce. Just give it a good flavor. And now, with my clean hands, I'm going to use my hands to mix this up. That's the only best way. You can wear gloves. I don't have any gloves. But once I get done, before I touch anything else, I will go wash my hands real good. Warm, soft, I keep wanting to say warm, salty water. Warm, soapy water. I'm just going to get in here and just mush it all together and mix it up. If I feel I need some more breadcrumb, I'll holler and get somebody to come pour some in here for me, because I don't want to touch nothing else with my raw meat hands. Alright, I am going to need some more breadcrumb, so let me go holler for Alex to come up here and put some in for me. And I'm sorry about the lighting, that sun shining in right there, but I'll be back. Alright, added about that much more breadcrumb, if you can see it with the sun shining in. I should have stood on the other side of the stove to block some of that sunlight. Anyway, I have my oven preheating to 375 degrees, and with this little small meatloaf, should take about an hour, if that long, to cook. So you want to be able to make sure that it's cooked all the way through. But and if while this is cooking, if it does have a lot of fat in it, I will drain off some of that fat. Alright. See, I just stuck my finger down in my pan that I'm using. Slide it over. pat it out in here. Now I'm going to just kind of make a little well, because I'm going to top this with some more tomato sauce. My oven's ready. Make some little holes so that they go down in there. My fingernails are so long. Now I'm only touching the tomato sauce can. I'm going to add the rest of that on there. Spread that out almost to the edge. Now I'm going to go wash my hands real good, scrub up under my nails real good, and then I will be back to top it with some more Parmesan cheese. Let me go get my hands and nails scrubbed real good. Alright, let's see if that's better. Standing on the other side. And real quick, I want to give a shout out, but it's really to this person's wife. It's Chef John Polite, and I hope I'm saying your name right. Chef John Polite, and I will put a link to his channel in the description box. But he told me that his wife said that she thought my fingernails was beautiful. So I want to say thank you. I've always had long natural nails. Even when I was little, my teachers in first grade used to love my nails. But anyway, I'm going to top the rest of this with the container Parmesan cheese, the powdery type. Just going to load that on there. And as that cooks, it will make like a crust on the top, and some of them will even have a few little of the black spots that it'll make, and that's my favorite part. So anyway, this is going to go in my 375 degrees preheated oven. It will cook for about an hour, maybe a little shorter, maybe a little longer. I'll be able to tell when it's good and done, when the top starts, the crust starts turning. And if you want to make this ahead of time, even, like I say this a lot in my videos, when my kids were younger, when they would take a nap, I'd go ahead and mix up my meatloaf, cover it with foil, put it in the refrigerator till that evening when I got ready to cook it. And that way I could clean up the mess and everything. I wouldn't have a lot of dishes staring at me, at the end of the day. But, and if it gets real greasy, I'll take it out and drain off some of the fat from it. So anyway, I'll be back when this is ready. Alright, I took my meatloaf out of the oven and I have it out of the pan, letting it rest for a minute till my biscuits get done. And it cooked for an hour. So, and see, that's not burnt. That's just real good and crisp. That's the favorite part right there. And the reason why I use the powdery type, because if I use the grated type, it would burn. So, anyway, let me get the biscuits out of the oven. Let's fix this up a plate and we'll take a taste test. Here's my plate with my meatloaf. Y'all know I don't eat much meat. Green beans, some homemade mashed potatoes. I made a garlic infused butter, and I also put some Parmesan cheese and parsley in there, and then you can also drizzle some of the butter over the top, and homemade biscuit. And as soon as Alex gets his plate, he's going to take a taste test with me. Ready, Alex? You can sit down.
What am I trying first?
Yeah, meatloaf. Hang on, I want to try a bite with you.
Tasty as always.
Good, ain't it?
And
You look real enthused and happy.
potatoes are good. Green beans are decent.
Green beans are decent. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. On my meatloaf, I started it out at 375. 30 minutes into the cooking, I did add raise the temperature to 400 and let it finish out. Just thought I'd add that in, and I hope you enjoy.